Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on my channel. Now, as you can probably tell by the title and what is in front of you, I'm going to be doing a Doctor Who action figure collection, which I've been putting off since I've been doing YouTube, but now I think it's finally time, because recently I put out a poll to say what would you like to see on my channel, and this was the most popular option by quite a bit. So here we are, I've given in. I'm going to be trying to present this the best I can, but yeah, you'll see how I'm going to do this basically. So basically I have some figures which are on my windowsill here, but I'm going to be taking them down right now and including them in a big chronological order of the TV show figures, so it'll make sense, don't worry, but here is where I keep them. Here is another shelf where I keep them, but we'll come back to this in just a second. And here is the other little area that I keep them in. I only keep about 5 of the figures here, and my Titans and target books and whatnot. But the main bulk of my figures, which are here at the moment, are actually stored in a box because I just don't have the shelves yet. So I do alternate them, so I rotate them so every figure gets a chance to be on display, but for now these are the ones that are in the box. So without further ado, I think we should just begin the collection video. Right, so let's begin over here in the 60s era. So conveniently, this is already a shelf that exists that is on display at the moment. I'm showcasing the first and second Doctor era. So we're going to go through figure by figure-ish quite rapidly because I do have quite a few. So here we've got the Robo-Man, the Cyberman, the Mondasian Cyberman, and the Dead Planet. No, I don't know where this is from. The Chase, I think. And all 3 of these figures actually come in a set. They're enemies of the first Doctor set, which I got a few years ago. This was one of the B&M variants from the Dalek Invasion of Earth. Here we've got the first Doctor from the 11 Doctors set, who is looking very battered and old. He is my only first Doctor figure, and I'm hoping for another one soon. We've got Troughton from the War Games set. We have the other Dalek from the B&M set. A loose Dalek that I found on eBay over here from Evil of the Daleks. We have the Tomb of the Cyberman Control guy and an Invasion Cyberman there. And at the back we do have 2 White Warriors, the second Doctor from the 11 Doctors set inside of the 1960s War Games TARDIS. So that is my first and second Doctor collection. Let's move on to the Pertwee era. So here is my John Pertwee action figures. So this is from 1970 to 1974. So like we did before, we're going to go through each of them. So we have a couple of Autons here, one from the Enemy of the Third Doctor set and one from a B&M set a couple of years ago. We have the Brigadier from season 7. We have a lovely Axon here, and Benton and Yates, who aren't holding their guns. I do have their guns, but they're in a box at the moment and I can't really be bothered to go and get them. They do kind of look a little bit like they don't know what to do about their guns, but I think, you know, it kind of works. We have a Jail Guard from the 3 Doctors, we have Joe Grant from the 3 Doctors, and we have Pertwee, who is also, I think, from the 3 Doctors. Now I got this one, this Pertwee variant from the 11 Doctors set about 10 years ago, and as you can tell, he is missing a hand. Not because he is missing a hand, but you can just tell that, there you go, that this hand here is very obviously not Pertwee's real hand, so I've had to just stick a hand on him there. Here we've got the Brigadier from the Claws of Axel set, which came out last year. The lovely Third Doctor and TARDIS, which is a set here. So these 2 figures here, really, the TARDIS and Pertwee, who's holding a Sonic very oddly. Oh well. We have the Master from the Daemons, which is a lovely figure, one of my favourites of all time probably, and a lovely Drashig. Look at the Drashig there. We have the Brigadier from the 3 Doctors, who's again one of my favourite figures ever. A Sea Devil, another brilliant figure. I got this loose off eBay for quite a good price. It doesn't have its little gun though, which is a shame, because I feel like that just would be the perfect finishing touch, but it looks great. Look at its lovely face there. The Brigadier, not the Brigadier, what's his name? The Master from the Time Monster. So this is like a whole set here, which I got off 20 quid off eBay, which I think is quite good value. And finally, Omega, who is very shiny with his blue dress and lovely, lovely figure. So yeah, the Pertwee era has some lovely figures actually, some of my favourites in the entire range. But yeah, that's the Pertwee collection. Let's move on to Tom Baker. Here it is, here is the Tom Baker era figures. So we'll start off as always from the left. So we've got the sort of season 12 display kind of, with the 4th Doctor who's just regenerated on the floor here, with Sarah, Jane and Harry Sullivan inside the TARDIS here. Moving over here we've got a Zygon, and just behind the Zygon is the Sontaran from the Sontaran experiment. We have the 4th Doctor in his classic outfit, looking very happy over here. I mean, look at that face. We've got K9 and Leela, who is holding her very iconic knife. We've got another Sontaran, and behind that Sontaran we've got another 4th Doctor variant who came from the 11th Doctor set, but isn't a great figure. Well, he is a great figure, but it's not in the greatest condition, because when I was younger I decided it would be a good idea to remove half the scarf. Over here we've got another Zygon. Did I show you that already? I'm not sure, but there's another Zygon. Talon's Tom from my favourite story ever. We've got Z84, who is just a brilliant figure, one of my favourites of all time. Another Volk robot, I think this one is SV7, although it doesn't have its little sticker thing. We've got an Osirian mummy, I don't know how to say it, but a golden leader mummy thing. Brilliant figure. Romana 1, again, a figure I never thought I'd see, but here we have. And then Magnus Greel, who is just brilliant. And the Deadly Assassin Master, who's lurking in the corner over there. We've got the Sharda set with Tom Baker and his Sharda TARDIS. And finally, Romana 2, who looks lovely. So yeah, that is that. Moving on to the 80s era. So here we have the 1980s plus a bit of the 1990s figures. So likewise, let's start from the left. We have the 5th Doctor, who came as part of the 11 Doctors set about 10 years ago. A nice figure, but I've kind of put pen over him, which is a bit of a shame. And a lovely 80s Cyberman, which came part of a B&M set, I think, a few years ago. Perry from the Caves of Androzani and Sharaz Jek from the Caves of Androzani. We have another Perry. I actually have every Perry variant. That's quite a mouthful. Every Perry variant. Here we go. Perry with Syl, who is just a brilliant figure. I didn't know that this set was rare until a couple of weeks ago, actually. You know, it's not a common set. I thought you could just get it quite cheaply. But I must have got this when it first came out, and it's a lovely set, I must say. We have another 80s Cyberman over there, and we have another 80s Cyberman here, which came with Pink Perry from Attack of the Cybermen. And that hasn't got pen over it, that is generally how it comes, with the sort of green and the red. We have the 5th Doctor, who's about to regenerate over here. There's his TARDIS that he came with in the B&M set a couple of years ago. We have the 6th Doctor, my only 6th Doctor figure, and 7 in his cream jacket. We have a random 2nd Doctor, random, I meant Androgam, an Androgam 2nd Doctor, plus Perry from the 2 Doctors, plus Stike from the 2 Doctors. We also have a nice Ace variant here. Oh, and there's his helmet, by the way. There we go. Steven holding his trusty umbrella. We have Ace, another Ace, who looks like she's holding that bazooka at the Doctor's head, but she's not. She's trying to aim at the Dalek, who is behind her, lurking, which is a lovely variant Dalek, definitely my favourite one. We have an Axis Strike Dalek, I think, from the B&M set wave, but I mainly got that set for the 7th Doctor in his sort of movie-ish outfit. And talking of the movie, we have Paul McGann from the movie. So there, that is that shelf. Moving on to the noughties era, so this is everything from Christopher Eccleston to the end of David Tennant. So likewise, we start from the left, we've got the man himself, the 9th Doctor, my only 9th Doctor figure. Rose, that classic sort of yellow-haired, weird-stanced Rose. Captain Jack from The Empty Child and the Doctor Dances. A random TARDIS that I've had in my collection for a while. It's pretty battered and dusty, but it's here. Destroyed Cassandra, which is by far my favourite figure of all time. I paid so much for that. Look at that work of art. I'm obviously joking. We have a lovely Auton as well. Sarah Jane Smith from the Sarah Jane Adventures. I didn't really know where to put her, so she's just sort of lurking there. Chip is next to her from New Earth. Rose from New Earth. K9 from School Reunion. A Clockwork Droid from The Girl in the Fireplace. A random Weeping Angel, which I sort of repainted myself a couple of years ago. Classic Tennant in his long coat. Martha, Jadoon, Laszlo, probably the rarest figure of them all. Toby from The Impossible Planet. I don't really know why he's on this side of Martha, but he is, and he's from a great episode too. Also from that episode we've got Ten in his orange space suit. A Scarecrow. Martha in her combat uniform. Tennant in his tuxedo and Dalek Sec. The Pyroville creature who can't stand up, so she always has to go at the back to sort of lean against the back wall. Cyberman, Sontaran, Donna, one of those cool Ood creatures, and a lovely bronze Dalek. So there you go. So finally we hit the sort of modern day figures, everything from 2010 to the present day. So let's get started, but before we do, I just want to mention that I do have these figures too, but they wouldn't fit on the shelf. So we have obviously the blue, I don't know their proper names, but I think this one's the Paradigm Dalek, so the Paradigm Dalek there, and yeah, these two, the werewolf guy and a Krillitane. Yes, that's them. Anyway, we start over at series 5, sort of with Amy, Amelia, Raggedy Doctor and normal Doctor in his TARDIS, and a lovely Weeping Angel. All of these figures I got over 10 plus years ago when they first came out. Matt Smith with his blue bow tie. I heard somewhere that this figure's quite rare. It's like a Toys R Us exclusive. So yeah, I have him apparently. I didn't know he was rare, but if he is, that's cool. The Professor Man from Victory of the Daleks, River Song here, Smiler, the Impossible Astronaut whose lid to the helmet thing I've lost or cracked off somewhere. Silence, Pegdoll, one of these guys from Beast Below. Victory, oh, what's his name? Venice, Vampires of Venice Man, I think it's like Francisco or something. Idris over there. Doctor in, I'm struggling to describe these now, in his sort of prison outfit, I suppose. Doctor with Stetson. Matt Smith in his Series 7B outfit. Clara from Asylum of the Daleks. A nice Cyberman over here. Moving on to sort of the Capaldi era. Oh, here's Amy. Amy, just there. We have Clara, who's, I don't think she ever wore this outfit, but a bit of a dodgy figure. I have to use blue tack to stand her up, but aside from that. Capaldi in his polka dot outfit. A couple of Missies back there. I mean, look at that face, beautiful. Bill in her nicer sort of outfit. Capaldi in his hoodie. Capaldi in his red velvet jacket, which I keep at the back because it's actually quite a battered figure. It's got a few marks and scratches on. Bill's lesser figure, a bit, paint splodges everywhere, but it's okay. We have Jodie with her bum bag. This figure didn't actually come with a bum bag, I've just moved it from the other Jodie figure. A Reconnaissance Dalek with the little squid mutant thing, and the fam themselves, apart from Yaz, who I haven't actually managed to get yet because I recently got Ryan off eBay. He'll be in a collection update coming soon because I literally got him a few days ago. But yeah, that's basically it, guys. That is my entire figure collection. This video was quite hard to make, taking them all down, standing them up again, and actually it is quite a lot of effort, so I would really appreciate it if you've enjoyed this video to pop a like down in the little like box area and leave a comment, which one's your favourite figure. I don't know, give me a lovely comment and I would love that so much. So yeah, I want to thank everyone for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video, whenever that may be. Bye for now.